Ik herinner een parade. Ik herinner mijn vader. Ik herinner de korte winterdag. Ik herinner 4 treden. De goot. Ik herinner de tijd dat beetje bij beetje het einde van de weg. Ik herinner een andere keer. Heel mooi. Ik herinner de vlakte. Wilde roos. Ik weet nog dat... Ik herinner me nog veel meer.
Ik herinner me mijn vader.
You must not think of certain things. Some things the mind must leave alone. Some things must be left alone. Or rather, you must think of them. Think of them for...
Ik herinner me mijn vader.
Then think of them. But think of them for a good long while. Remember, when one remembers, one also forgets. And forgetting is the point, to not remember.
Ik herinner me wilde rozen. De val. Alle drie. De God. De glimlach. De geur. De explosie. De onmacht. De hoed. Zijn handen.
In your mind, they may have a life of their own. Imagine memories living and dying on their own. They can take over your body, forcing you to curl around yourself. You must.
Ja.
You must think of them. Think of them for... Think of them for a good long while. Every day. Several times a day.
Zwart.
The important thing to remember is that you have remembered all the faces, places, picnics, parties, plays, each little happy moment. Each little happy moment. That's it. Remember, forget. Remember, forget. Remember to forget. More memories until they sink, until they drown, one memory atop another, until they sink into the mud forever.
1. 1. 1. 2. 2. 3. 1. 1. 2. 3. 3.
Ga. Mijn vader nam op school en las voor. Toen mijn hoofd klaar was met groeien. Zei mijn vader of Joe Bray, de zoon van het vuurtorenwacht. Avond aan avond. Die hele lange winter.
Zei mijn vader, kom zo, we gaan je hoed kopen.
Hij is recht, hoe dan?
Het was een verhaal. Een verhaal van kinderen. Het speelde zich af op een rots, in een storm.
Alsof hij al een eeuwigheid op een bepaalde plaats bestond.
De moeder was dood. En de meeuwen vlogen zich te pletten. Tegen een lichtbaan.
Dat is het enige dat ik me herinner. Vanavond.
Joe Bray sprong in het water. Dat is het enige dat ik me herinner. Met een mes tussen zijn tanden.
Dat niets in te brengen.
Deed wat gedaan moet worden. En kwam toen niet terug.
Zei mijn vader, kom zo, we gaan je hoed kopen.
Wilde mij vernederen. Of was hij een loer zal oud en paard?
Dat is het enige dat ik me herinner vanavond.
Vanaf die dag mocht ik niet meer zonder naar buiten. Ik moest dus 's morgens en 's avonds borstelen.
Het liep goed af. Dat is het enige dat ik me herinner.
Vervolgens, in de achterafstraat, nam ik hem af en hield hem in mijn hand. Maar trillen.
Het liep goed af. Het begon slecht. Maar het liep goed af. Iedere avond weer.
Als de andere jongens me uitlachten, zei ik tegen mezelf.
Het is niet echt de hoed.
Ze lachen namelijk omdat hij meer opvalt dan de rest. Want subtiel zijn ze niet.
Ik ben altijd verbaasd hoe weinig subtiel ze zijn.
Dat ik dag en nacht op zoek ben naar mezelf.
Ach, misschien bedoelen ze het goed. Zoals de lach van de goed van de sok waren.
Toen mijn vader stond, had ik me zo goed kunnen ontdoen.
Niets in de weg.
Ik liep zo.
En hoe de hoed te beschrijven.
Wel andere keer. Andere keer.
One. 1, 2.
top van de berg. Nee, een heuvel. Kniediep in de mist. Mooi uitzicht. Hoe was het ook weer? Hoe was het ook weer? Hij had er thuis kunnen blijven. Droog. Warm. Veilig. Hij werd eruit gegooid. Door ons bloed. De deur geweest. Nu is hij gelukkig hier. Ver weg van al het gedoe. Kniediep in een kuil. Beschut tegen de wind. Zijn hoed heeft hij gelukkig meegekregen. Maar ja. Het was tenminste wel netjes vast.
Coffee was once 5 cents a cup.
Coffee was once 5 cents a cup.
Coffee was once 5 cents a cup.
With a nickel.
You could get a cup of coffee. Imagine with a dime.
With a dime.
You could get 2 cups of coffee.
With quarter.
If coffee was still 5 cents a cup, with a quarter, you could get 3 cups of coffee. A buttered roll and a mint.
These are not good times.
No, these are not good times. If coffee was still 5 cents a cup, well,
something would be possible. Mind you, I'm in a position to know.
Since I'm in no position at all.
I'm in a position to speak.
Yes.
No. 5 cents for a cup of coffee. Why, I have 3 cups in the morning, 3 for lunch, and by that time I have 2 rolls for dinner and 2 minutes. Perhaps I have another cup later.
Ik zat daar vanochtend. Hij wilde helemaal in zijn kanadiekist. Ik heb hem wel water gegeven, maar hij wilde niet meer zijn.
Oh, I never went out.
Not coffee.
No! There was coffee in my house. A whole pot. Oh, it wasn't my house. They brought coffee to my room every day as if it were my house.
If it were my house.
And you would come by? Perhaps Sunday. And you would say, "Hey Joe, I'd love a cup of coffee." I'd tell, "No coffee. I drink tea. I don't like tea, but there's tea." I would then tell him, "If tea repulses you so goddamn much, you can take your goddamn nickel down to the corner where you can get a cup of coffee if tea repulses you so damn much." But it wasn't my house. They
brought coffee to my room.
every day, as sure as a clock.
Sure as a clock.
I knew something was wrong. Dead wrong. I sat there waiting each day the same. Every day, sitting there. Each morning, unchanging. But this morning, it was me instead they came for.
Me to pull up.
Me to throw out.
Me to throw down.
Down. What seemed like countless stairs. Stairs nonetheless.
Yes.
No. No despicable pleasantries of any sort.
In its place.
In its place. A hearty goodbye and good riddance.
Yes.
No, these are not good times.
Coffee.
If coffee was still 5 cents a cup, why? Perhaps something or something else.
sail to the desert, and there I'd float. Oh, with the plane in my hand, I went to the heath, the earth, above the sky beneath. Oh, Luna. I love to hide and I love to roam. Any place you hang your head, any place you hang your head is home. Well, life on a plane might be good too. With both eyes closed, I'd enjoy the view. Oh, Luna. I look for the sky for help, and then I start this song all over again. I didn't know where I was as far as the eye could see. I remember being disappointed and also quite relieved. The place was far, far from here. The hills like the rolling deep. I stayed awake for weeks on end and finally fell asleep. Where there are no paths, where there are no roads, it's the space that counts, where a mind can roam. I would have liked a horizon, a desert, a sea and a moon. If I can dream right when I'm out here, I'll do it in my room. More, more.
When I was younger,
Veel jonger.
no. Younger. I spent days with my eyes raised to the skies hoping for help.
Help! Om een plek te vinden.
When I was younger, I wanted to put the world on a stove to dry.
Ik wilde alleen maar een plek vinden. Ergens.
A place with no road.
Oh, vrij!
As far as the eye could see.
Vrij?
I thought then, perhaps a desert or some beautiful tundra.
Een vrij landschap.
Somewhere barren of possibilities. When I was younger, I thought life would be good in the middle of the plain.
Ik dacht dat het leven goed zou zijn.
so still and so remote and so mysterious and so there are other heats, far less remote, but a voice kept telling me, it's the Lunenburg. Lunenburg. Perhaps the element Luna had something to do with it. We asked ourselves certain questions.
Gaan we elkaar tegen antwoorden.
When I was younger, I thought life would be possible as long as there was a moon over my hat.
Ik dacht dat het leven mogelijk zou zijn. Ja, ik.
I came back disappointed.
Ik kwam opgelucht terug.
Disappointed and relieved.
Verliefd?
No. The Lunenburg heat was most unsatisfactory. Most unsatisfactory.
Misschien gaven we elkaar het verkeerde antwoord. Misschien.
Perhaps.
Misschien had ik een blauwe das aan moeten doen.
With the city.
Met de schilling, ja.
You've already got a little history.
Misschien had ik ook een hoed moeten vastmaken aan mijn jas. Of misschien had ik...
Enough? 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 Say. Enough? Say. Enough? Say. Enough? Say. I set myself in motion. The brain readies the legs. I tell myself, the streets for vehicles, the sidewalk for everyone. The streets for vehicles, the sidewalk for everyone. And I look just like everyone, moving down the street. One good step, 2 good steps, 20 good steps, stop, stop, stop. I hate children. I hate children. If I started hanging children tomorrow, I'd be there sitting in the front row, drinking beer, applauding every hanging. Separate sidewalks for children and all their foul little happiness. I hate children. I hate. Again, just like you're walking again. Do your set yourself in motion. Again, just like everyone, just like you're walking. 1 good step. 2 good steps. 20 good steps. Stop, an old lady. Stop. The streets for vehicles, the sidewalk for everyone, and cows belong on a farm. The old girl must weigh 200 pounds, not counting her jewels and lace. She seems to be screaming. Perhaps she broke something, like a vital part. Separate sidewalks for grandmas and grandpas and all their foul little happiness. I hate old people. A crowd is gathering. Take advantage of the situation. Do your best to keep up with the rest. Set yourself in motion. Again, just stop. Well, is it your advice that I get down in the gutter? Is that your advice? I know. The streets for vehicles, the sidewalk for everyone. Leave some room for others or stay at home. Well, once I had a home. Home I had home. It's just the fog won't lift. The fog and so, this merry way of walking. And so, with legs stiff and wide, this desperate rolling of the bus. Keep the bus in motion. It puts them off the scent. Makes them think. I'm filled with laughter, gaiety, high spirits, random abandon, happy-go-lucky, not a care in the world, a prince among men. There's little left to say. I'm sure try that again and before. More again and before.
Ik zal het tegen mijn lichaam zeggen. Hup. Ga staan. Ik zal het tegen mijn hoofd zeggen. Laat me met gerust.
She is far away from the land where we live. She is far away from the land where her.
Hier kan ik niet blijven.
She is far away from the land where.
Hier kan ik niet weggaan.
It's far away from me.
That makes sense.
He is far away from me.
It's a big black box.
Rocking and swaying on its springs. I curled up in the corner.
The windows are small.
Smells musty.
The smell of too many cigarettes on the ashtrays.
Smell of flesh with leather. It left a strong impression on me.
Where to? I said, where to?
I felt like saying, driver, take me $100 that way.
Or take me nowhere. But slowly. Just at the thought, I felt far away already. I was glad to stay there, but the driver had interrupted me.
Just whose cat do you think this is?
I searched my memory for the name of a street or some monument. But again, my memory failed me.
The driver froze. I mean, he sat stock still. Then he turned around.
Where to? I said, just whose cat do you think this is?
I remember nothing of his face. In fact,
I remember few faces. Why, scarcely even my own. If I had to pick myself out of a lineup, would I recognize me? Would I be Rudolph Hess or Louis Armstrong?
black or white?
Oh, just the thought.
I didn't see a mustache.
All I saw was a mustache.
Which reminded me of the zoo.
Which reminds me of the zoo. And these are the words I said. Where to? I said, where to? To the zoo driver, but not too fast.
The mustache laughed.
At the suggestion one might speed to the zoo.
Why was he laughing at me?
And seeing me there with my head grazing the roof, my knees buckled, my shins against the door.
He laughed out loud.
Just whose cat does he think this is?
He laughed, and seeing his cab seemingly transformed, and began to wonder whether it was really his cab at all.
Just whose cat do you think this is?
Some days I have this effect.
And does one ever know why one laughs anyway?
I drove around, I waited and around, then around.
I took the stove from my pocket and knocked him on the shoulder.
Cloud of dust rose from his overcoat. Musty again. Hey! Come back! Never. Flip out of words.
He was redder than ever. Purple, in other words. Anger on breeze from an open window. I told him, I'm hiring you for the day.
I have a funeral at 3 o'clock.
The dead, I told him. I've changed my mind and no longer wish to go to the zoo.
Zoo. Let's not go to the zoo.
When you know where you want to go, I'll be around.
Yes!
No.
Why?
Well,
And where?
forgotten.
That's you. That's you. Fine. Het leek net goed te gaan. Don't know.
Where to?
Anywhere. Say.
Well, yes. Something. I thought something far away.
What? Like a bit of Old Testament? What? Details.
Oh.
Yes.
Vis?
What?
Forgotten.
Well,
What now?
a little less.
More?
Enough.
A little more?
Yes. A few more.
Money is for some fun. Hallo, happy to meet you. Mr. Dinner is the name. Money. Hallo, prachtige dag. Nidder is the name. Just think. With money, you can get a place in the sun, a sense of excitement, a feeling of security, the charm of dressing up, a certain style what every man needs, the road to the top.
Money. Just think, without money, how we could breathe deep,
Travel light
when we were young, going somewhere,
and getting nowhere.
almost nothing at all.
A feeling of
Loneliness.
loneliness with a certain style.
Hoe kan ik u bereiken? Voor het geval. Waarom zou ik u bereiken? Niet het geval. Waar kan ik u bereiken? In het geval dat het voet sterft.
At the scene of the crime,
At the entrance to the zoo.
just beyond the city gates,
What the hell are the dogs?
hollow, 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 hollow. But there, hollow, da-da-da-da. At the bottom of a lake.
On the road to Morocco.
On the road to Glencoe. On the way home.
On the way home.
Vis, paard. De dag breekt aan.
Impossible. We couldn't have gotten that far. My time is limited. My situation delicate, and the body has not even made up its mind.
Nee, niets is veranderd.
It's the first step that
Ja,
counts
het tweede dan minder.
if we get that far. The best one could hope for is a hat, a good coat, and a great pair of shoes. Yes! Yes. Shall we go towards the rising sun, or towards where the sun should be rising?
Of liever de geur van de zee.
The horizon in the sky. When I'm abroad, in the morning, I dust off the hat and go meet the sun. And in the evening, I follow it until I'm down among the dead or the sleepless. The sleepless are bound to have a good story.
Waarom hebben we dit verteld?
Could have told another.
Misschien. Misschien een andere keer.
I can't go on.
Nou, ga verder.
Shall we go on?
Goed grap.
Prima.
Ja.
Ja.
Eerst.
No, I insist.
Ga je weer.
I don't know where I am.
Weet je doorheen?
Then let's take one good step. It'll change our perspective. And who knows? Who?
Eerst.
No. I insist.
Jij eerst, ja?
No. I insist.
Eerst.
No. I insist. No. I insist. No, 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 no. I insist. No. I insist. I insist. No. I insist.
Hele leuke jongen.
Ja, ik hoor het. Zit hier wel voor kinderen. Ja, ik hoor het. Ja. Die moet een leuk kijken.
Mag ik een kaartje voor Goodbye en Good Riddance? Ja, onafhankelijk toneel.
Ben jij filmen hier?
Bijhouden hier hoor.
Ik herinner een parade. Ik herinner mijn vader. Ik herinner een korte winterdag. Ik herinner 4 treden. De goot. Ik herinner de tijd dat beetje bij beetje een andere keer. Heel mooi. Ik herinner het einde van de weg. wilde rozen. Ik weet nog dat... Ik herinner de vlakte. Ik herinner me nog veel meer. Ik herinner mijn vader.
You must not think of certain things. Some things the mind must leave alone. Some things must be left alone. Or rather, you must think.
Ik herinner mijn vader.
Then think of them. But think of them for a good long while. Remember, when you have remembered, you have also forgotten. And forgetting is the point to not remember.
Ik herinner me wilde rozen. De val. De stoep. De goot. De vaniums. De glimlach. De geur. De explosie. De stroommacht.
In your mind, they may have a life of their own. Imagine memories living and dying on their own. They can take over your body, forcing you to curl around yourself. So, you must.
En toch?
You must. You must. Think of them.
Ja.
Think of the things you wish.
Ik weet het weer.
To forget. Every day. Several times a day.
De vergeten oorlog. Zijn handen. Ik herinner me.
The important thing to remember is that you have remembered all the faces, places, smells, sounds, picnics, parties, each little detail. Each little happy moment. That's it. Remember? Forget. Remember? Forget. Remember to forget. More memories until they sink, until they drown. One memory on top of another until they sink into the mud forever. One
1. 1. 2.
2, 3. 1,
1. 2.
1,
3.
2, 3.
Mijn vader nam me op schoot en las voor. Toen mijn hoofd klaar was met groeien.
Say, mijn vader.
Over Joe Brain. Of Brain, de zoon van de vuurtorenwachter. Avond en avond. Die hele lange winter.
Say, mijn vader. Kom, zoon. We gaan je hoed kopen.
Hij liep recht op de hoed af. Het was een verhaaltje. Een verhaal voor kinderen. Speelde zich af op een rots in een storm. Alsof hij al een eeuwigheid op een bepaalde plaats bestond. De moeder was dood. En de meeuwen vloog zich te pletten tegen het lichtbaan.
Dat is het enige dat ik me herinner vanaf.
Joey Brain sprong in het water. Dat is het enige dat ik me herinner. Met een mes tussen zijn tanden. Ik had niet te brengen. Deed wat er gedaan moest worden. Ik kwam toen weer terug.
Say, mijn vader. Kom, zoon. We gaan je hoed kopen.
Wilde hij mij vernederen? Of was hij jaloers? Oh, de fattige paard. Dat is het enige dat ik me herinner vanavond. Vanaf die dag liep hij zonder hoed naar buiten. S morgens en 's avonds borstelen. Het liep goed af. Dat is het enige dat ik me herinner. Soms, in de achterafstraat, nam ik hem af en hield hem in mijn hand. Maar trillend. Het liep goed af. Het begon slecht. Maar het liep goed af. Iedere avond weer. Als de andere jongens me uitlachten, zeg ik tegen mezelf:
Het is niet echt te goed.
ze lachen naar me omdat die meer opvalt dan de rest. Want subtiel zijn ze niet.
Ik ben altijd verbaasd hoe weinig subtiel ze zijn.
Terwijl ik dag en nacht op zoek ben naar mezelf. Ach, misschien bedoel ik het goed. Als je lacht om de grote voeten van de stopperaar. Toen mijn vader stierf, had ik me van de hoed kunnen ontdoen. Niets in de weg, maar... Ja, maar... Ik liet het zo.
En hoe de hoed te beschrijven?
Een andere keer. Andere keer.
One.
One.
plek beschrijven. De top van een berg. Nee, een heuvel. Kniediep in de mist. Mooi uitzicht. Was het ook weer? Was het ook weer? Hij had ook thuis kunnen blijven. Droog. Warm. Veilig.
Ja. Nee!
Hij werd eruit gegooid. Gebonjourd. De deur gewezen. Nu is hij gelukkig hier. Ver weg van al dat gedoe. Kniediep in een kuil. Schudt tegen de wind. Zoiets heeft hij tenminste meegekregen. Nou ja. Het was wel weer netjes van ze.
Coffee was once 5 cents a cup.
Coffee was once 5 cents a cup.
Coffee was once 5 cents a cup. With a nickel.
With a nickel.
You could get a cup of coffee. Imagine with a dime.
With a dime.
You could get 2 cups of coffee.
With a quarter.
If coffee was still 5 cents a cup, with a quarter, you could get 3 cups of coffee, a buttered roll, and a mint.
These are not good times.
No, these are not good times. When coffee was 5 cents a cup,
perhaps something would be possible. Mind you, I'm in a position to know.
Sinds zijn we in opposition at all?
I'm in a position to speak.
Yes.
5 cents for a cup of coffee. Why, I'd have 3 cups in the morning. At noon, I'd have 3 more cups. By that time, I'd have 2 buttered rolls and 2 mints for dinner.
Is dat de Riddance?
And maybe
Kanariekist? Vanochtend? Ik heb hem nog wel water gegeven, maar hij wilde niet meer hier zijn.
Oh, I never went out.
Not for coffee.
No. There was coffee in my house. A whole pot. Though it wasn't my house. They brought coffee to my room every day as if it were my house.
If it were my house.
And you came by?
Yeah. Perhaps Sunday.
And you would say, God, I'd sure love a cup of coffee. I would tell you, no coffee. I drink tea. I don't like tea, but there's tea. I would then tell you, if tea repulses you so goddamn much, you can take your goddamn nickel down to the corner where you can get a cup of coffee. If tea repulses you so much. But it wasn't my house. They
brought coffee to my room.
every day as sure as a clock.
As sure as a clock.
Something was wrong. Dead wrong. No good morning. Nothing. Instead, it was me they came for.
Me to pull up.
Me to put down.
Me to throw out.
Down, down, down. It seemed like countless stairs. Stairs nonetheless.
Yes.
No.
No good mornings.
No despicable pleasantries of any sort.
Well, in its place.
In its place. A hearty goodbye and good riddance.
Yes.
No, these are not good times. If coffee were still 5 cents a cup, well, perhaps something, something or something else.
and there I'd float. Oh, 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 Luna. With a tent on the tundra would be nice. I'd lick the snow. I love the ice. Oh, oh, with the plane in my head, I went to the heath, the earth above, the sky beneath. Oh, oh, I love to hide and I love to roam. Any place you hang your hat, any place you hang your hat is home. I look for the sky for help and then I start this song all over again. I didn't know where I was as far as the eye could see. I remember being disappointed and also quite relieved. The place was far, far from here. The hills like the rolling deep. I stayed awake for weeks on end and finally fell asleep. Where there are no paths, where there are no roads, it's the space that counts, where a mind can roam. I would have liked a horizon, a desert, a sea and a moon. If I can dream right when I'm out here, I'll do it in my room. No, no.
When I was younger?
Veel jonger.
No. Younger. I spent days with my eyes raised to the skies, hoping for help.
Help! Om een plek te vinden.
When I was younger, I wanted to put the world on a stove to dry.
Ik wilde alleen maar een plek vinden. Ergens.
A place with no road.
Om vrij te vechten.
As far as the eye could see.
Vrij.
I thought then, perhaps desert or some beautiful tundra.
Vrij landschap.
Somewhere barren of possibilities. Somewhere, when I was younger, I thought life would be good in the middle of a plain.
Ja, ik dacht dat het leven goed zou zijn. Alleen...
So, with the plane in my head, I set off for the Lunenburg Heath.
De Lunenburg rijden. Dat is logisch.
Yeah, there where things seem so still and so mysterious and so remote and so
gezellig.
there were other beats, far less remote, but a voice kept telling me,
It's the lunar birth eat you need.
Lunenburg, Lunenburg.
Lunenberg. Er waren anderen.
Perhaps the element Luna had something to do with it.
Nou.
We asked ourselves certain questions.
Wij gaven elkaar zekere antwoorden.
I thought life would be possible as long as there was a moon over my hat.
Ik dacht dat het leven mogelijk zou zijn. Kijk.
I came back disappointed.
Ik kwam opgelucht terug.
Disappointed and relieved.
Relieved.
The Lunenburg heat was most unsatisfactory. Most unsatisfactory.
Misschien gaven we elkaar de verkeerde antwoorden. Misschien
Perhaps
had ik een blauwe das aan moeten doen. Met de sterren. Misschien
perhaps
een hoed vast moeten maken.
enough.
Een jas. Misschien ook.
Enough. Enough said. Enough. Enough said. Enough. Enough said. Enough. I set myself in motion. The brain readies the legs. I tell myself, the streets for vehicles, the sidewalk for everyone. The streets for vehicles, the sidewalk for everyone. And I look just like everyone, moving down the street. One good step, 2 good steps, 20 good steps. Stop! Stop! I hate children. I hate children. Why, if they started hanging children tomorrow, I'd be there in the front row watching each of them. Separate sidewalks for children and all their foul little happiness. I hate children. Again, just like you're walking again. Do your best to keep up with the rest. Set yourself in motion, again, just like everyone, just like you're walking. 1 good step, 2 good steps, 20 good steps. Stop, no lady, stop. The streets for vehicles, the sidewalk for everyone, and cows belong on a farm. The old girl must weigh 200 pounds, not counting her jewels and lace. She seems to be screaming. Perhaps she broke something.
like a vital part. Separate sidewalks for grandmas and grandpas and all their foul little happiness. I hate old people. A crowd is gathering. Take advantage of the situation. Set yourself in motion. Again, just like you're walking, just like... Well, is it your advice that I get down in the gutter? Is that your advice? I know. The streets for vehicles, the sidewalk for everyone. Leave some room for others or stay at home. One-way traffic. Well, once I had a home. Home I had, home. It's just now, the fog won't lift. And so, this merry way of walking, with legs stiff and wide, this desperate rolling of the bus, keep the bus in motion. It puts them off the scent, makes them think I'm filled with laughter, gaiety, high spirits, random, abandoned, happy-go-lucky, not a care in the world. There's little left to say. I'm sure you'll understand. It's all due to the past, the disease of childhood, and then some. Painful memories that still itch. Oh, don't worry. Never you mind. No need for caution. I'm not contagious. It's just the fog won't lift. The fog won't lift. The fog
zal het tegen mijn hoofd zeggen. Laat me met rust.
At that moment a funeral passed, as sometimes happens. There was a great flurry of hats and the flutter of countless fingers. Personally, if I were reduced to making the sign of the cross, I would do it right. Yes, I would do it right. Nose, nipple, left nipple, right nipple, but the way they did it, slovenly and wild. He seemed crucified all over Eve, no dignity, his knees under his chin, and his hands anyhow. The show is over now. The onlookers go their way. You may look to yourself again. Look to yourself again. Look to yourself is far from the way where her young hero. She is
Ik kan hier niet blijven.
from the land
That makes sense.
where her young
Ik kan hier niet weggaan.
She is far from the land where her
big black box.
Looking at the flame on the street. Hi, girl, look in the corner.
The windows are small.
Smells musty.
The smell of too many cigarettes in the ashtray.
Smell of flesh, smooth leather. It left a strong impression on me.
Where to? I said, where to?
I felt tempted to say, driver, take me $100 that way. Or, take me nowhere. But slowly. Just at the thought, I felt far away already. I was glad to stay there if the driver had interrupted me.
Just whose cab do you think this is?
I searched my memory for the name of a street or some monument. But again, my memory failed me.
The driver froze. I mean, he sat stock still. Then he turned around.
Where to?
I said,
Just whose cab do you think this is?
I remember nothing of his face.
in fact, I remember few faces. Why, scarcely even my own. If I had to pick myself out of the lineup, would I recognize me? Would I be a horse or a mule? Black or white? Just the thought.
Well, I didn't see a mustache.
All I saw was a mustache,
Which reminded me of the zoo.
which reminded me of the zoo. And these are the words I said. Where to? I said, where to?
To the zoo driver, but not too fast. The mustache laughed.
At the suggestion, one might speed to the zoo.
What was he laughing at me?
And seeing me there with my head grazing the roof, my knees buckled, my shins against the wall.
Laughed out loud.
Just whose cab does he think this is?
He laughed. And seeing his cab seemingly transformed, and began to wonder whether it was really his cab at all.
Just whose cab do you think this is?
This has gone better.
And this will never know why one laughs anyway.
I turned around and around and around and around.
I waited.
Then around.
Then I took a rock from my pocket and knocked him on the shoulder.
Cloud of dust rose from his overcoat. Musty again. Hey! Perfect, in other words.
He was redder than ever. Purple, in other words. Anger. Or the breeze from an open window. I told him, I hired you for the day.
I have a funeral at 3 o'clock.
The dead. I told him, driver, I have changed my mind and no longer wish to go to the zoo.
Zoo. Let us not go to the zoo.
When you know where you want to go, I'll be around.
Yes.
No.
Why?
Well,
And when?
I forgot. That's you.
Fine.
Het leek net goed gegaan.
Ja, wat nou?
Don't know.
Where to?
Anywhere. Say.
Well,
Yes.
well, something?
Something like what?
Something far away.
Like Old Testament?
It
What?
seems so,
Details, details.
No.
Yes.
No. Hey, vis.
But
Forgotten.
well,
What now?
a little less.
More?
Yes, a few more.
A little more?
Hallo, hallo, prachtige dag. En dus, ik ben hier. Hallo, de hemel heeft bijna de kleur van geld. Geld wanneer het het minst verwacht. Hallo, Nidder is de name is Nidder. Aangenaam to meet you, happy to meet you, glad to meet you. Hallo, prachtige dag. Ik heb heel goed nieuws voor u. Heel goed nieuws, maar ook heel slecht. Ze zeggen dat u altijd onderweg bent. Kent u dat, onderweg? Dat hoeft niet meer. Een erfenis van uw vader zonder één restrictie. Geld. Hallo, prachtige dag. De hemel, geld, erfenis, Mr. Nidder. Vragen kunt u ook aan mij stellen. RSO van 3,70. Happy to meet you. Zonder geld kunt u toch alles bestellen. Koffie, thee, limonade, tomaten, salade. Nidder is the name. Happy to meet you. Glad to... Go. Go. Toma. Hey. Misverwacht. Geld. Money. Money. Money is for some fun. Hello, there is the name Happy. Hallo, prachtige dag. Happy to meet you, glad to meet you. Met geld kun je alles doen, zoals... Hallo, prachtige dag. De hemel heeft bijna... Hallo, money. Money. Just think. With money, you can get a place in the sun, a sense of excitement, a feeling of security, a certain style, what every man needs, the road to the top.
money. Just think.
Without money,
We could breathe deep.
travel light,
When we were young,
going somewhere,
getting nowhere.
a feeling of
Almost nothing at all.
loneliness.
With a certain style.
Hoe kan ik u bereiken? Voor het geval. Waarom zou ik u bereiken? Niet het geval. Waar kan ik u bereiken? In het geval dat...
At the scene of the crime,
At the entrance of the zoo.
just beyond the city gates,
Once that had dogs.
Hallo, hallo. Hallo, hallo. Hallo. Hallo, hallo. Hallo.
Een prachtige dag.
Prachtige dag. At the bottom of a lake.
On the road to Morocco.
On the way home.
On the way home.
Dit is de nachtleek aan.
Impossible. We couldn't have got that far.
Immoreel.
My time is limited. My situation delicate. And the body has not even made up its mind.
Niets is verkeerd. Nee, niets.
It's the first step that counts
Het weet wel minder.
if we get that far. The best one could hope for is a hat, a great coat, and a good pair of shoes.
Nee.
Yes. Yes. Shall we go towards the rising sun or towards where the sun should be rising?
Maar ik volg liever de geur van de zee. Of het woorden van in de woestijn.
When I'm abroad, in the morning, I dust off the hat and go meet the sun. And in the evening, I follow it until I'm down among the dead or the sleepless. The sleepless are bound to have a good story.
Waarom hebben we dit verteld?
There's no good defense against memories. Memories are killing. Could have told another.
Ja, misschien. Goed.
I can't go on.
Nou, ga verder.
Shall we go on?
Goed, goed. Nee, eerst.
No, I insist.
Ja, dan ga je weer.
I don't know where I am.
Ik weet ook niet waarheen.
Well, then let's take one good step. Perhaps it'll change our perspective.
Goed? Ja, ja. Jij eerst.
No, I insist.
Jij eerst, ja?
No, I insist.
Jij eerst.
No, 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 no. I insist.
Goed, jij eerst.
No, I insist.
Jij eerst weer.
No, 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 no.
Ik wil naar eerst gaan.
I insist.
Eerst.
I insist. I insist.
First of all.
I insist.